We're on our way over to Brad's house to work on the Yerf dog, and to begin, before we start this video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me, all your comments, suggestions, and everything, and I'm really excited to hit 200 subscribers. It's given me some great motivation to work on getting some more videos out there. And, you know, it's all in entertainment. And
paint make a welder what he ain't.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, what I used to tell people all the time was a temporary fix is only is normally permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do a temporary fix here. It's normally permanent until it completely breaks.
Oh, yeah, until you have to do something else.
That is a badass hitter wrap you did on there, buddy.
It works.
It looks really good.
It'll work. It ain't my best, but
it looks good. It looks a lot better than the one I did. Mine, I wound up burning it up. So I had a little blowhole in my weld, and I burned a hole, and it melted it.
And I loosened your muffler up, took the bolts out to adjust your engine with the neat.
Yeah, I forgot to put the bolts back in.
Forgot all about it. Both of us did.
Yeah, and then the muffler fell off while I was going in the mud.
Little dude on the four-wheeler with the dirt track tires that was lowered.
Yeah.
Ran it over.
No, he stopped before it, and whenever he did, when he saw it, he stopped. Oh, and then his four-wheeler shut off, and I pulled back around here because he was talking to me, and I'm like, "What's going on, buddy?" And he goes, "Is that yours?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's where my muffler went."
He ran over it. And
no.
Got it stuck. He
no.
On it.
No, he didn't run over it. He actually turned to the side and went around it and stopped, and whenever he did, he shut the bike down to let me know. I mean, he's a nice kid.
Hey, check this out.
But the compression on that thing was insane.
Check that out and see if you say that's tight enough. Because, I mean, I can't.
But it's going to be a monster. What about the rubber? Oh, yeah.
No, look. She was sitting right there. The front studs are hitting on the first bar. We're talking about them having clamping pressure. Look at this. Even if they hit level off that top bar, I crank those down so we pull them in.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, this is only going to be temporary until we get a fuel cell, which will probably be like a week.
So this thing is actually going to get set right here.
Because we're looking at that 1 gallon fuel cell to put up there. So just bungee cord it, man. It'd be fine.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She's going to get put right there.
Yeah. You know, standard issue is non-sufficient. So if we put it on top of the engine, it's standard issue.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it being up there is it's out of the way, so you're not going to smash it into the bar anymore, so you could ramp it harder.
Right. Get a good view of that tank dent. You couldn't get a good view of it still in the car.
Yeah.
It served the powder coat onto the tank.
Look at that dent. You see it in profile? It's all smeared. And it slammed into the bar right here. I mean, he really, yeah. That's some evil Knievel Brad stuff right there. We were trying to think of a nickname to give Brad, you know, on the channel, you know, like I'm Hillbilly Holler, and we got Boog and Tard Squad and E-Tard and Bubbification. And, I mean, Brad just fits. I'm sorry, Brad. Yeah, there's just no explanation for Brad, and Brad just fits. It's just Brad, man.
It's so bad that my older siblings introduced me to their new significant others as what you see is what you get, and it doesn't change.
Yeah. Well, repeat what you were saying about your filter. You know, we were talking about the 30 micron filters that we've got on there for the intake and the crankcase vent. Well, this is about Brad's filter here.
There are two main reasons I don't really have, well, three main reasons why I don't have videos on my channel. One, I don't really feel comfortable on camera. I just, for some reason,
especially recording without having somebody to bounce it off of, just like I am.
Two, I always forget. And three, it goes back to the filter thing. I can be extremely offensive, and I have an extreme potty mouth. Like one of my favorite words, two of my favorite words, and especially if you use them in combination. I'm not going to say them here. You can message me if you really want it. But
abbreviate.
See you next Tuesday with the act of in front of it.
That works.
It's even better when you add stupid and make it a 3-word combo. But
yeah,
anyway.
and That cart's been called that quite a few times.
Yes.
I've been on the phone with him when he called it that earlier.
They got called that a few times today. But,
yeah.
yeah. But see, my thing is, I can be extremely offensive to a lot of people because, you know, when I was younger, I was told I didn't have a filter. I didn't have a filter. And I used to tell people, if I said everything that I thought, I truly would be either in a padded room or watched every moment of the day. Because the crazy shit that goes on up here, there's some days I'm just like, whoa, and have to step aside and let the voices handle it. But my filter, I do have a filter. And to give you an idea, the vent, that filter right there on the crankcase vent, valve cover, whatever you're gonna call it, is 40 microns. You know, it's a tiny little particle. My filter is softball sized. It stops anything from larger than a softball, which is a very broad spectrum of stuff that rolls out of my mouth. Well, I just finished draining the tank and I'm sitting here staring into it with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth.
Well, pop the cap, see if we can get some more out of it.
What's the worst that can
Hold on.
I loosen my belt. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I don't want to.
Hold on.
I don't want to melt my screen.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Worst that could happen is
And you guys wonder what we do whenever we're here working on carts and it's off video? We're trying to blow each other up.
Yeah, man. I mean, the worst that can happen is I lose eyebrows and it burns my tank out clean.
Well, shave your beard. Save you from shaving.
No. This is a product of pure laziness.
Exactly.
This is what you get when you hate shaving.
Let's do some more engine pouring. We got the engine mounted down, tightened down. We got the chain lined up, tightened up.
Clocked and put back on.
Yeah.
Place. Throttle cable isn't hooked up to the cart, but it's ran. So
we got our overflow and vacuum lines hooked up, run down. Isn't that pretty? That engine looks really tiny on that cart.
And let me tell you,
but it's a monster.
I'm gonna give y'all a suggestion. Anybody that has a Yerf Dog 3203 is the model number. Get a 50-inch throttle cable. I got a 40-inch, and I have just enough once I cut the 90 off of it. Like just enough.
See what I mean about Brad being my cart geek? I know engines. Brad knows carts.
3203.
Yeah, he's sitting here quoting model numbers on carts, man. But we got the torque converter hooked up, motor mount done, and look at that pretty header pipe. He did a header wrap so he could keep the heat in there.
Yeah, I got half of it in my forearms.
Okay, explain to me why you header wrap that thing. Let's hear your chemistry and all that on it.
This stems from an old motorcycle. Okay, and I looked into why you would header wrap things, and it keeps your heat out of your engine compartment. But B, the biggest benefit of header wrap, and a lot of people don't realize this, is it keeps the gases hot. So it keeps the pressure up. It gives you, honestly, header wrap will give you a little bit more low end torque, but it gives you better flow because it does keep the gases hot. It keeps everything channeled. Because you got to think, hot air is thin air, cold air is dense. The hotter you can keep it, the thinner it is, the easier it is to push out. And I didn't believe it. My old motorcycle, I rode it a few times without it. I header wrapped it out, and I instantly could tell a difference. I mean, a lot of cases it's minute, but it's enough you can tell, and it also deepens the sound. It gives it more of a boom, 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 boom.
Now you see how calm Brad gets whenever I get him to explain engine stuff. Now, we were discussing the exhaust on my drift cart and having it TIG welded and all that. Now, explain to them the color change whenever you weld a exhaust pipe and heat it up.
Oh, well, it depends. If it's stainless and you TIG weld it, you keep your beads nice and then brush them, it's a nice pretty chrome. You don't burn the chrome out of the metal. That's why TIG is used mostly on stainless. You can control your arc, you don't have as much residual heat. But when it comes to exhaust, what I was told by an old hot rodder, if you're gonna short flow and run straight pipe, what you do is you build your header, you run your pipe long, and then you paint it with a low temperature paint. And then you rev it, you hold it, you get the engine good and hot, you let the exhaust flow. And the hottest point in the exhaust, where everything heats up the most, is where you cut it. Because that's where A, your most restriction is, and B, that's where most of your heat gathers to dump. So if you cut it right at that point, that is your optimal header length. That's what I was told.
I wonder why I call Brad my little brother. He's the tech geek, and this dude right here, He's going to peak and tune your engine to optimal performance and everything else. He's a performance guy.
Sledgehammer, precision ball peen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the sledgehammer. He's the precision ball peen. If it won't fit, I'm going to sledgehammer it in. I'm going to make it fit. And we're going to get some kind of performance out of it. Brad, he's going to tune it out to where you're going to be like, oh my God, oh my God.
And for the record, yes, I am zoning out. My OCD's kicking in, and I'm going over my checklist thinking, okay, what could go right, what could go wrong? We got a 70% chance of this engine being great. And I'd say
95.
I'd say that, but I'm going to say 70 to be realistic. And if it turns out in the 30%, y'all will get to see a video of me holding it to the floor till the bastard explodes. And if it doesn't explode, I will make it explode.
If it explodes, I'm going to be giggling all the way, by the way, guys. I'm going to be giggling. We got so much invested in this motor right now.
I'll be bummed because of the time that's in it. It's not a monetary value, because, I mean, most of the things I paid for I can salvage. But the time, you know, time is a valuable thing. But
by the way, if this engine detonates on this cart, Brad, you know, he knows. He runs out to my house. He can go out there in my shop, grab the Hemi head, Hemi engine that I'm building.
Yeah, I could sling it on him until I get a new one.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, he knows that if I got it, it's his. And if he blows this engine while I'm out of state, then he can go over there and grab that engine, slam it on or whatever, and I'll even pay him back for gas. I mean, he's my little brother. He's my best friend. And I'm not going to leave this man without a cart. And, you know, I'll get mine done whenever, because we share.
The big bro doesn't have a cart.
Yeah, I got a motorcycle, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
God, I miss my bike.
Well, he knows he can ride my bike whenever he wants to, too. All he's got to do is ask.
This is true, but yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, if he detonates this engine over the weekend, he knows that he can go out there to the house, and I'll tell him where the Hemi is on the shop. And I've got the valve covers and everything sitting there, so all he's got to do is slam it together and put it on the cart, and it's done.
Pretty. Sorry, I'm geeking out.
Yeah, that's
So
the fuel
simple,
line.
yet so pretty. And I know blue is abstract from the red-black theme, but hey, this is what I found. It was more aesthetically pleasing than a thick black line hanging from the bottom. But
And eventually we're going to a fuel cell anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Give me...
It'll be fuel cell and pulse pumps, even though it'll be the pulse
man. There's at least 12 to 14 horsepower going on the straightaways. Look at that. Holy crap, we've created a monster. And I'm not talking about the go-kart, I'm talking about Brad. Wow. Look how easy that thing does a donut. Oh my God. Woo! Don't run me over. Get her done, brother. Circle it. It's a donut. Wow. Totally different. Did you see that? Did you see that? Wow. We're definitely pushing 12 to 14 horsepower on that monster. Okay, so Brad, what do you think?
Oh my God, what a difference.
Is it a totally different beast?
Oh, yes. Oh.
With the Mikuni, the Mikuni's really the only bought upgrade besides the springs that we've done.
Pretty much.
And that smoke is the smoke off of the header wrap that he did, by the way.
And the header is the only other part that's been paid for, which, I mean, you can make those easy.
Yeah, I make those all the time.
Dude, Mikuni makes all the difference. The throttle response is instant. Like you push the pedal, and before you even push it, it's thinking, oh, he's throttling, let's go.
That's what's, sorry, hand wrong play. That's my hillbilly tuning on that carburetor, tuning, jetting.
I am a little low on oil. We had to unplug the oil sensor.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're putting a lot of G-force in that engine.
I need a new belt.
You done smoked a brand new belt? Oh my God, the belt's smoking, dude.
Look at it. Go down.
That's a 30 series. We got to do a 40 series.
Dude, here's a lap flip from the driver's perspective. Granted, I need to find the flip button for the camera. I got it to flip towards me, but I can't figure. You know what? I'm just gonna spin the phone. Y'all bear with me. Right now, I'm still in a little shock and awe. It's got some ass. I done
We
burned.
both peed a little. I'm telling you. I watched him drive it.
Dude,
we both peed.
Me and him both on it. It was still breaking
sketchy.
the ass end loose.
Sketchy.
Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to buy stock and torque converter belts or go to a 40 series. Here we go. I'm flipping you around.
40 series. 40 series all the way.
Y'all ready? Let's do this. Belt is done. So not happy, so totally mad at me, and extremely said, fuck you, I'm out. Well, people, I guess that concludes the power to the beast we have created. Have a wonderful night, and I will have it fixed soon, and you will see it again.